Hi everyone, I'm Mrs. Selva. Welcome to our speaking lesson today. We will look at how to elaborate your values, opinions and views in this lesson. Let's watch a video on ways of giving opinions. Enjoy watching.
Every person in the world is different and unique. Expressing your opinions accurately and fluently will better allow you express your individualism. In this video, I'll give you 8 of my favorite ways to express opinions. Stay tuned as I make giving opinions easy. Hi everyone, how are you? I'm Edward from English Made Easy, and in this video I'm happy to share with you some of the best ways to give our personal opinions. What is an opinion? An opinion is a personal view or judgment which isn't necessarily based in facts or data. And why should you care about learning how to express opinions? Well, opinions are what make us all different. No two people in the world share the exact same opinions on all subjects. In fact, most people have different opinions from one another. Being able to express your opinions clearly with some nice phrases will make people much more willing to engage in a conversation with you. We'll go through each phrase individually, and then I'll give you some samples so you can see exactly how the phrases are used in a sentence. Make sure you keep watching till the end, however, as I'll have some homework exercises for you to practice. The expressions and phrases I'm going to give you today are, in my opinion, the best options for English learners. Please understand that even though I'm going to give you 8 really good options today, there are in fact many more. We just don't have time to go through them all right now. If you would like to see more of these options, then check out the description box below. Inside, I've included a link to a really great learning resource to help you understand all the different ways there really are to express our opinions. For each expression, I will present it to you and then give you 3 example sentences using the expression. These examples will be structurally different, so you can see exactly what kinds of words you can use after the phrase. Alright, let's get started with the learning. Let's begin with the most basic way of expressing our opinions. I think. You'll hear I think used very often in TVs and movies because it can be used in any social situation, whether it be formal or informal. Let's check out some examples. I think pizza is more delicious than pasta and other Italian food. I think investing in the stock market is risky, but worth it if you do your research. I think we should take the car today as it may rain later on. In that first example, I used a basic noun after I think. In the second example, I used a gerund. As we go through the rest of these phrases, I will highlight the word or words that come directly afterwards. What I need you to do is pay special attention to the word that comes after the phrase and understand what form it's in. If you are confused by any, then feel free to ask a question in the comment section below and I'll answer you. Also, there are often additional forms of words which can be used after the phrases I'm presenting, so don't feel limited to only using the ones that I show you. Let's move on to the next way of giving an opinion. In my opinion. This one is pretty logical and straightforward. I want to give my opinion, so I should say, in my opinion. Let's take a look at some examples to make sure you understand it completely. In my opinion, we should always do our own research before concluding something is true. Living in a cooler climate is so much nicer, in my opinion. In my opinion, a good internet connection is necessary for a business to operate. Next up is I reckon. I reckon functions exactly the same as I think, so it makes it a really nice option for you to integrate into your English so your speech sounds more varied and more interesting. Like lots of things in the English language, certain English-speaking countries use phrases more than other ones. So don't be surprised if you hear many Australians saying, "I reckon," but perhaps you don't hear any Americans saying, "I reckon." Let's check out some more examples. I reckon we took the wrong turn back there, and we are now going in the wrong direction. I reckon he'll be fired soon due to his low performance. I reckon ordering 10 of these will be too many. Let's go for 5. Next, we have a short and sweet one. For me. All we are doing with this expression is pointing out that what I'm about to say is true for me, but it might not be true for you. Giving the listener a little heads up about something like this softens it. It lets them know that what you're saying is only applicable for themselves, so they shouldn't feel too bad if they think differently. Let's see some examples. For me, navigating videos on YouTube is much more convenient than on Facebook. For me, those chairs don't really match the rest of the furniture. For me, European languages can be some of the most difficult to learn. Next up, we have a phrase with a couple of variants. I believe, or I believe that. Grammatically, both of these are identical. We can keep that, or we can remove the word that. It's entirely up to you. You may be wondering, what's the difference between I believe and I think? Well, the difference lies in the certainty. A nice way of remembering the order of how certain you are is as follows. I know is stronger than I believe, and I believe is stronger than I think. Time to take a look at some more examples to ensure your understanding is 100%. I believe waiting here for the bus is our best option. I believe that no matter how old you are, you should always keep learning. I believe higher education and university is a right all students should have access to. The last way we'll take a look at today to give our opinion is by using the word view. There are actually 2 different phrases which use the word view that we can use. The first is, from my point of view. This phrase is used to explain or express how we see a situation. There is also a shorter form which has the same meaning. That form is, in my view. I'd recommend only using expressions with the word view when we're talking about something a little bit more serious. They aren't so great when talking about more casual conversations. Grammatically, they are fine, but they just don't sound very natural. Some examples of sentences using phrases with the word view in them will make things a lot clearer for you. From my point of view, the political situation in the United States is very worrying at the moment. In my view, all people from all walks of life should be treated equally. From my point of view, climate change is the biggest concern for humanity at the moment. Well done for making it this far. I know learning English can be tough, but I believe with determination and focus, you can achieve anything.
Now, after watching the video, I believe that you have some ideas on how to elaborate your values, opinions, and views. Now, let's look at the objectives of the lesson. By the end of the lesson, students should be able to get familiar with useful expressions or linkers and elaborate their values, opinions, and views. Now let's look at this situation. Illegal motorcycle racing among youths has a negative impact on society. Give some reasons why illegal motorcycle racing is a serious problem. As for candidate A, you have to give a presentation to members of a youth club. Talk about how illegal motorcycle racing increases road accidents. Let's look at this example. Part 1, individual presentation. Let's read it together. Good morning, everyone. In my opinion, illegal motorcycle racing increases the number of road accidents. Point 1. One important reason is that these motorcyclists ride recklessly and are ignorant of the fact that they are risking their lives. You can support the point with this. This is because they are looking for excitement and are thrilled at the thought of being faster than their peers. For instance, they proudly perform dangerous stunts on the road to show off their abilities to their friends and also to other road users, oblivious to the fact that they are putting themselves in danger. When you look at this example, this is how you have to elaborate your values, opinions, and views. Now let's do this practice. The situation is obesity is on the rise among Malaysians. How do you think the problem of obesity can be overcome in order to live a healthy lifestyle? As candidate A, you have to give a presentation to your class, talk about changing eating habits. Candidate B, talk about exercising more. Candidate C, talk about organizing awareness campaigns. And candidate D, talk about having self-discipline. Enjoy doing the practice. That's all for today. Thank you.